everyone, it's your cousin Kitwana. Today, not with the newest episode of Kitwana's Toys, but instead we are going to talk about something completely different. Well, some lions have always wanted a brother, and some lions, like me, always wanted a mascot. You probably know, if you've been following me for quite some time, that I'm not only an avid fursuiter and a furry, but I also really love mascots, especially the NHL mascots or any American school or college or university mascots, all the sports mascots over there. And I've always wanted to become like one of them, and today that dream is gonna get a reality, and we are unboxing my first ever mascot character today together with you. And the video title, of course, already takes away the surprise. We are going to look at Alinco's Power Real Cat Cougar. Today we're going to unbox it and even put it down and take a detailed look at it. Keep in mind, this video does not feature any product placement or anything. I paid for the costume with my own money. I paid the full price of $1,849, not including shipping. Shipping was another $500 over here to Switzerland by DHL Express, and it got delivered just this morning. Today is Friday, December 27, 2024, and I had started the process back in early November. Actually, the first email I sent out to them, to Alinco Costumes in Salt Lake City, was on November 4, and so that's just about 7-8 weeks since then. The entire turnaround time from the order to the delivery, it's a little bit longer than what they quote on their website, 4 to 5 weeks, but I would say that's still okay given the challenges in the supply chains worldwide, fur and everything. So without further ado, let's get started unboxing my new mascot character, my first ever mascot, and I'll reveal its name later in the video when I put the costume on and everything. But first we want to see if it's really in there what was promised on the website. So for the purpose of this video, I have already cut open the box, but I did not take out any of the contents yet. So, wow. Okay. That's the paper for it's a bundle paper. I'm a cat, you know. And there's another cat in there. Cats are over here. Side, and we've got a lot of plastic bags. They got the first one. This appears to be the head. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Wow, he's stunning. Look at that. I hope you can see this on camera. I'll be putting it on later and put it on a mannequin as well, so we can get some detailed shots. But for now, look at that. Wow. It's so, oh my goodness. It's so incredibly real. Look at that. Oh. Look at these eyes. And he got, whoops, got a detailed nose and the teeth and everything. Wow. We're gonna take a detailed look at it later. Wow. I just can't put this thing down. And the fur is so incredibly soft. Oh, look at this. That's a cool cat. Rah, 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 rah. Okay. Let's see. What else? Got more plastic bags. Okay, looks like we got one of the hand paws. Rather simple. Four-fingered with no paw pads. And got one of the feet paws here as well. Yeah, that's some big mascot feet. And of course, same thing twice. See which one will be the left and right one. And now all that's left is the bodysuit. That's the big back here. Oh, now we got more. Let's take a look at that later. Comes with a hanger. See if I can open this. Well, we lions have good claws, so they serve a purpose. There we go. Okay, so first thing I can already tell you, here's the tail. That's the only thing I had customized, because keep in mind that's basically a stock mascot. For I would say that's around high school level. The quality of this mascot, nothing bad, it's not meant negatively actually. It feels very, very professional and heavy. So I said the only thing that I got customized was the tail tuft. And yeah, I actually told them to change the tail color from white, what was pictured on the website, to black. They did that, but I also told them to use the same pile of fur like on the rest of the bodysuit, and you can see they clearly didn't do that. It's more like a lion's tuft, like what I have here on my tail. That's not really accurate to a cougar, but it's not too long, so I guess I accept that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to put it on. I will put it on myself and then also on a mannequin to allow for more detailed shots. You can already see, oh wow, the muscles. Look at these. yet they are still pretty flexible actually. It transports easily. I was actually surprised the box isn't larger, and it weighs exactly 15 pounds, just about 8 kilograms. I put it on the scale myself. Wow. Oh, it feels so nice, these muscles. Oh, they're gonna look so sexy. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm a little bit space restricted here. So, from now I have to bring that like this, and we've got more in here. Okay, that looks like a bottle. Some kind of care kit, yeah, that's what it says. Bottle and other accessories. What else from that? Yeah, there's care instructions and stuff. So, Alinco not only equipped hundreds of high schools, colleges and universities across the US with their costumes, but they also built mascots for some of the major sports leagues in the US. For example, they built the South Bear for the NBA Utah Jazz and Tommy Hawk of the NHL Chicago Blackhawks. So this is a costume from the absolute pros, and I wanted to go with them to make sure I would not get scammed or anything from some Chinese knockoff mascot website, which is a real danger nowadays. So I wanted to see what Alinco delivers, and so far that looks really, really, really good. And the customer service actually has been great. Special thanks to Lori and Rebecca at Alinco Costumes in Salt Lake City, who were serving me via email. And that's it so far from the unboxing. And I think up next I'm gonna put that suit on and give you a more detailed look how everything looks like, whether it's actually comfortable to wear, whether it actually fits me. That remains to be seen. For the second part, I've laid out everything neatly what we have received in the box. It starts with the head up there, and there's the bodysuit, got two hand paws. The tail is actually sewn onto the bodysuit, so that's one part. And then we've got the feet paws with rubber soles, and over here we've got some small stuff such as a bottle, towel and care instructions. Then there's an entire folder with the paperwork, license agreement. Basically says what you are allowed to do with the character and what not. So you can pause this video here if you want to read. I'm gonna read up later. And over here we've got some more information, some care instructions, mascot, instruction to build a mascot headstand, which I will not do. I'm gonna put it on a mannequin for the third part of the video. But before we do that, we're going to take a closer look at what we have. cleaning and repair guide, replacement and spare parts. That's really neat. Tips on keeping cool. Cold cooling vests. Yeah, I don't need that. Carrying cases. Looks like they offer everything that you as a mascot performer want to have. And we've also got a small notebook. Says mascot journal, but it's a basic notebook, and a brush and sewing kit like this. Comes with a little mirror as well. That's really neat. Let's get a closer look at the individual costume pieces, starting with the feet paws. You can see they've got rubber soles, and they are pretty soft. Actually, the fur is really nice. It's so incredibly soft. The feet paws are soft as well. It's a kind of a foam that they used, and an elastic band in here, but there's no fixation straps or anything in there. So depending on your size, on your shoe size, that could cause a problem. We're going to see how that works out on me when I put the costume on in the fourth part of the video. Now moving over to the hand paws real quick. That's how they look like for fingers, and there's also an elastic band in here that keeps them tightly to your skin. What I would have improved is give them actual paw pads. But I understand this is a stock mascot costume for under $2,000, so it is somewhat basic, but the quality itself actually feels really nice. That's really excellent craftsmanship. Here we've got the bodysuit, and can already see that's a rather dark color compared to what is pictured on the website, on Alinco's website, but you have to understand these online photos were taken under studio lighting and likely a bit photoshopped as well, and they actually have a disclaimer that the fur colors can vary a little bit depending on what's available, but what it does have, as shown on the website, are the muscles, and they look so great. They're actually pretty soft. You can actually fold the bodysuit. I'm going to turn around the bodysuit later in the video so you can get a look on its back, but before we do that, we focus on the head real quick, and that's definitely the coolest part. Oh my god, look at that. I'm going to give you another look when I have it up on the mannequin for the third part of the video, but for now I'd like to show you what I will not be able to show you anymore once it's on there, and that's the inside. So that's all foam, and comes with a chin strap, so the head is super responsive to your movements, and the vision is actually through the mouth. As you can see here, and there's a match panel, and that's how it looks like. From the front you hardly see it, and there's of course also a tag in there with the actual licensing number. Really cool. This all feels super professional. This is the bodysuit from the back. You can see the tail and the bodysuit are actually one piece, and it's got a back zipper like most professional mascots, and up there's a small patch of Velcro that allows you to cover this zipper. Let's look on the inside. You can see the muscles, and of course we got another tag right here. You can actually put it into the water. That's cool. Not sure if I want to try that because we've got some padding here to give it a little bit of a puffier look. I really like it. Comes with shoulder padding, so I don't actually have to purchase some hockey or football gear for underneath to give it a bigger, bulkier look like a professional mascot. Let's look at the tail. I have a feeling they stuffed the tail with paper or something. But the craftsmanship, the seams and everything, they look really nice. I'm gonna give you a look to give you an idea. So we're gonna see how long they last. I don't do really intense things with them. I may take them out for a walk in public. Do some mascoting moves, of course. Alright, and here's the suit resting on a mannequin. This will allow me to point out some further details to you. Let's start all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna give you a well-lit look at the feet paws. So these are rather simple, no claw markings or anything like that. So they look like they're nicely lined with foam, rather soft. And with the suit now being on a mannequin, that also allows me to show you the costume from its back. Now here's the tail again, and I said I wish they didn't design the tuft like that. I mean, it's the right color. I wanted it to be black, but I would have preferred to have it look like on a real-life cougar with the same fur pile as on the rest of the body. So the tail's actually part of the bodysuit. You cannot separate these two items, which is fine. That's the standard on mascot suits. And then up here you can see the back zipper being covered. Goes all the way down to here. And up here we have a little patch of Velcro. That allows you to neatly cover this zipper. This one's really well made, so no fur is catching in its path when you try to close it. It's very easy, and then you simply attach this Velcro pad together. Now I'm going to show you the front Starting with the hand paws first. These are rather simple, not lined with any foam or anything. These aren't pads, that's just painted on. And look at these muscles. Wow. And these feel so nice. Actually, when you give it a hug, it feels like a pillow. It's so incredibly soft. And what I like best about the bodysuit is not only the muscles, but also these shoulder pads. That gives it a really bulky look. And for now I'm displaying the costume without its head on, so I can better point that out to you. It really adds a lot, and it makes it a mascot and not a fursuit with all the padding, and gives it a buff, bulky appearance. It's really, really cool. You can see that skirt around the neck. That makes sure that no skin is showing during performance. Here's again a look inside the head. We've got the chin strap here, which can easily be adjusted. Comes with a label, care instructions, and you can see this is built rather flexible, yet still durable. That's a kind of a rubber here, and then that's foam. Alright, head is on, and yes, I'm aware that this part basically would need to be tucked into the bodysuit, which I am going to try later. For now, I want to point out the features of the head real quick. You can see they really did an excellent job on the mouth. These teeth, they're made out of rubber, they're flexible, yet still durable. You don't have to be afraid that they would break off if you have some child playing rough with it while you are interacting and performing. The nose isn't plastic either, but also a soft rubber. We have 5 whisker spots on each side. That's really, really cool. And look at these eyes, look at the details in there. Hope you can see it on camera, yes. Now it's focusing properly. That is amazing. These eyes look so amazing. Of course, they aren't typical mascot eyes, not a cartoony style, but this one's a realistic cougar, of course. They gave me the option of a couple other eye colors, but I went with the most realistic one for a cougar, respectively Florida Panther, that this character is supposed to be. Head is also, it is rather soft, yet still stable enough for it to be durable. Look at the ears. They actually do bend, but they do not break off easily. If I would have designed this head, I would have closed the mouth a little bit more. It may look a little bit intimidating for smaller children, and here you can see that math panel, but still, even though the mouth is open wide, you cannot easily see that math panel, so it did a good job on disguising it. Now let me try if I can tuck in that skirt around the neck into the bodysuit, which is the way most mascots are. Let's see if that's possible on this one as well. Because back here you can see that that's not optimal. There's too much of slack. So that's how far I was able to get it. And it's definitely not optimal because it doesn't allow me to close the Velcro fixation, and doesn't allow me either to pull up the zipper all the way up. It actually would look decent from the front, but at least the Mannequin is too bulky for it. Maybe it will work on me because I'm shorter than the Mannequin and not as wide. So I'm gonna try this again when I put on the suit in the next part of the video, but that gives you an idea. So I would say definitely put on a jersey over it, which we will actually going to do later when I suit up. Of course, I want to see how it looks like with the Panther jersey on. And if you're performing this for your school or sports team, then most likely you will wear a jersey anyway. Alright, that was quite a bit of work, and with tucking in that neck sleeve, I was able to get it done like that, but I have to say it is really tight around the neck. The jersey is a size 58, and I think this might be too uncomfortable while performing. It is really tight around the neck, so you probably would have difficulties catching air. And there's our Florida Panther again. So you simply have to decide on your own what works best for you. It's a little bit better with the slack on the back. Still not optimal, but I said that's not a suit that's been customized for my size or even the size of that Mannequin. Also, dear Florida Panthers legal team, unfortunately it needs to be said, but I do not intend to become the official Florida Panthers mascot or to impersonate it. I am simply a fan, and I put this jersey on to demonstrate how it would look like, how a hockey jersey would look like on this mascot. So put that down. You do not have to fire cease and desist letters at me. I am simply one of your fans, and Stanley C. Panther is, and will remain your official mascot, and he's the best one and not replaceable with anyone. I am simply your fan. Thank you. And with that being said, we're moving on to the next part of the video, and that will have me in the costume. Okay, big moment as I'm about to suit up and become a mascot for the very first time in my life. And I'm gonna start right away with the bodysuit. And if you're wondering about that, that's my solution to operate the back zipper by myself. I put on a cable tie to make that easier for me. It's a 70 centimeter 30-inch cable tie, but you can also use a lanyard or whatever, or a piece of cord, and we're gonna see how that works. But before that, let's put on the feet paws. Make sure everything's neatly tucked in. Alright, let's see whether it actually works. It needs to be an extremely long cable tie, and then you can simply close it by yourself without any effort. That's really cool. And I simply put the cable tie and stuff it in here, across my chest, and let's see, you're probably not supposed to close the Velcro yet because I want to see if I can tuck in the neck skirt for the next part. I think I am going to put on the head, take my glasses off. Here you are. Yeah, that's virtually impossible to tuck that in, so I think it really is supposed to be like that. Well, let me do it like that. Alright, I think that looks good on the back. Let's try on the head again. Hand toss. Now, of course, you could also put this on before getting into the sleeves, into the arm sleeves. And here I am, look at me, I just became a mascot for the very first time. Wow, this feels so great. And what mascot am I actually? What character am I? Okay, so name reveal. I am Pouncer the Panther. And as the name suggests, I am not simply a cougar, I am specifically a Florida Panther. Born in the Big Cypress Reserve in the southwest of Florida. I came to you all the way from there, and little story, there was a panther named Stanley who was living in the neighboring territory. We panthers are usually solitary creatures, but I had seen Stanley every now and then, and he always told me whenever we crossed paths that it's so great to entertain people. I know he was working hockey games, actually still does, and he always told me how great it is to make people smile, meet children of all ages, random fans and everything. And at first I decided to stay in my beautiful natural home in the Everglades. But the more and more that fellow panther Stanley told me, I wanted to try it out myself. So here I am, Pouncer the Panther, the family-friendly Florida Panther that aims to make everyone smile who's crossing my path as well. So, bottom line, what do I like and what do I not like about Alinco's Power Real Cat Cougar. I really like the design of the head. It's super spot on. Really like a realistic cougar or Florida panther or mountain lion or whatever you want to call it. I like the muscles, the shoulder pads. It feels so great. It really feels like a professional mascot. Yet it is not too large. It's not too big. You can easily carry the head in a standard suitcase, the entire costume actually. But wow. Oh, the muscles. It feels so great. It feels like a pillow. And movement range is pretty good. I can see well. I feel well in this costume. Wow, that's so fantastic. Really gives you a feeling of being a professional mascot. And this will be just perfect for my needs. Also the head feels great, feels very comfortable to wear. But as the whole division is really great. And you just have to get used to look down when looking at the camera. So with the camera being outside your field of vision, otherwise it would be looking constantly like that, and it looks like the cougar is going to yell at you or going to eat you. But I aim to be an adorable cougar, a family-friendly one, and just have to give your mascotting skills a little practice. Then things will be fine. The things I do not quite like is the head smelling like glue even after a few days. It's going to take some more time outdoors before I'll be ready to perform, because I do not want to breathe in that too much. The other thing I would have improved is give the cougar an actual cougar tail. That's not a cougar tail. That's more like a lion's tail. But I see the tails on their real cats are all the same. So even the tiger gets a tuft, a lion tuft like that, which they probably had to do to meet the budget. And I also think the feet paws could be improved. It's basically just one size fits all. Well, one size do not fit all. But I see in the documentation that came with the mascot that they offer other sizes and replacement parts. So I may reach out to them over the next couple days or weeks and see if they can provide me smaller feet paws and things like that. And if I had to improve one more thing, it would be the actual fur color, although I understand that's difficult given the supply chain issues. I would have preferred a little bit of a lighter tone. That's more of a chocolate brown. Actual cougars are of a lighter gold. But other than that, did I get what I wanted? Yes. Will I have fun performing it? Absolutely. And does it satisfy my desire to be and feel like a mascot? Yes, definitely. I think it's super great value for under $2,000. It gets you a feeling of being a professional mascot. And sure, this costume will delight a lot of people whenever I get to perform it in public. Alright, so final part of the video. I'm going to do some little performances. Try to move around here, my limited space in my place, and gives you hopefully one last idea how this costume feels like, looks like to perform. Okay, and what's so cool about being a mascot? Well, imagine you're in high school You are the student that was chosen to be the mascot for this year and represent your school, and it's game day. On a beautiful Saturday night, you lead your team out onto the field or court. And while you're doing so, you can hear the crowd going in the background. Go Cougs, go! Or maybe even, let's go Panthers, go Cats, go! And that gives you an adrenaline rush. As the game begins, you head to the bleachers and you meet random fans. You're gonna interact with them. You make them smile. And maybe you'll even give your parents a high five who are watching you and cheering on you. And of course the fans cheer on your team and scores touchdown after touchdown or goal after goal. And as the game goes on, you even meet a couple kids and you're able to make their day by meeting them. And you're gonna have more and more fans that appreciate what you do. And finally, your team brings home the victory, and you as the mascot were a big part of it because you helped them winning. You helped the fans having a good time attending that game. You made a couple kids smile, you made their day, and your parents are very proud of you who came watching you. I mean, isn't that great to be a mascot? Or maybe you're even gonna have some fun with the mascot of the visiting team. And now I can finally be a mascot. Not something like a mascot, although I do not represent any school or team yet. I never know what the future brings, but now I do have a mascot costume and I'm very proud of it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you are a mascot as well. What was your school's mascot, or do you have any mascotting experience? Anything mascot related, let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to talk about mascots all day long. And with that being said, Pouncer the Panther wishes you a happy new year